Hey Cheerstars Elite parents, thanks so much for joining us today for our competition parent meeting for the 21-22 season. We're going to get started, and this meeting is going to be about all things competition. Please make sure to reach out to me with any questions that you have about this meeting or about competitions in general. First and foremost, we need to focus on our competition schedule for the season. This competition schedule is set in stone. All of our teams have been registered and deposits have been paid for all of these events. Our schedule will not change. Please make sure you are clearing your schedule not only for all of the events listed on this competition, but also for the week leading up to each event. Your athlete must be at all practices the week leading up to competition in order to be eligible to compete. New this season, our competition companies are now giving us information earlier than ever before and making it all accessible to the public. Definitely pay attention to that column on the left that says Competition Company. This is the competition company website you're going to want to search to find this information depending on the event you want to find the information about. There will be a block schedule released for each competition available 3 months out from each event. On each competition company website, there is a link under the event that says block schedule. This is where you can find a block schedule. A block schedule is basically a time range so that you may not know exactly when you're competing, but you at least know the time of day that your athlete should be competing at that day. Make sure you're looking out for D2 Elite Divisions, D2 Elite Divisions when you're looking at block schedule links. There will be a detailed general schedule posted 3 weeks out from each event. This is a huge deal. In the past, we haven't gotten anything until the week of a competition, so it's great that they're going to have something a little more general 3 weeks ahead of time so we can plan accordingly. And last but not least, there will be a final performance schedule posted the week of the competition. Also on those competition websites, there is something called a competition scoop link. You can click this link for all of our events. Actually already have some stuff up, and as we get closer to the event, they'll update that link. It has all the need-to-know information about the event, including parking, the event type, spectator information, and all general information. So definitely check that out while you're waiting for this competition packet from me. Out-of-state competitions. We only have one regular season travel event this season, and that is in Memphis, Tennessee on February 5th and 6th. You are required to stay in the competition city on both Friday and Saturday nights. So that would be Friday, February 4th and Saturday, February 5th. You do not have to stay the night on Sunday the 6th. However, that is up to each individual family. It is time to start booking your rooms for this event. You can book anywhere within 20 minutes of the Resident Convention Center, which is where we will be competing that weekend. This is not a stay-to-play event, so you don't have to book at any particular hotel. You can stay wherever you would like. Airbnbs or with family is included. So if you have any questions about this, please reach out to me. But again, I really recommend you going ahead and trying to book that room versus waiting until the last minute. They do tend to raise the prices of the hotels the closer we get to this event. On the Friday night before the competition, you will be required to text me your location by 11 p.m. We do ask that you are at least headed that way at that time, and we need to see proof by sending the location. So you can either share your location or you can screenshot where you are and send it to me as a text. You'll get more details on how to do that as we get closer to that event. If for some reason you need to send your child with another family, please work out financial arrangements beforehand. And honestly, this goes for a in-state competition as well. Anytime your child is going to be needing food or water, definitely work out the money stuff with the other family. Hotels will also be required for D2 Summit if teams receive a bid. Those teams that are eligible for D2 Summit bids are Supernova and Luminous. We will be having another video meeting just about D2 Summit and US Finals here in the next couple of weeks, so hopefully all your questions about that will be answered soon. Competition days are the most important days of our season. It is what we work so hard for, so it's up to all of us to make them positive days for our stars. A good comparison is to think practice is more like completing homework. Competition is like test day, and our end of season event is like our standardized test days. So think when your child has a big test or something coming up, you want to make sure that they get a good night's rest, they're eating really great food, they're waking up, and you're being super positive and happy with them all day so that they're ready and willing to do their best that day. Now on to the actual competition days. So first of all, what to expect. If this is your first year, welcome to a whole new world. Cheerleading competitions are loud, crowded, and expensive. They are definitely one of a kind. Expect to be at each event for 2 to 4 hours, depending on the event type. We will cover event types later in this video. Make sure to check out the suggested packing list to get ready for competition. I did go ahead and include that attachment in the email that you got this video link in. I do suggest that everybody gets a cheer bag. It doesn't have to be the amazing Rebel cheer bags that we offer, which I do have extras of if you're still interested in getting one of those. But I just recommend getting any kind of cheer bag that's not used for anything except for cheerleading. It's a designated place for your child's uniform, their bow, their makeup, all the things that they really need on competition day so things don't get lost. If you lose your uniform, if you lose your bow, your makeup, anything, these things cost extra money, and sometimes I don't have extra items. So make sure that you're keeping up with everything so it doesn't cost you any money, or so we don't have to borrow things from other athletes. What you should expect to pay for at competition day, you should expect to pay for parking per vehicle. This ranges anywhere from $5 to $25 per lot, depending on where we are and what kind of event it is. You should also expect to pay for all non-athlete admission. So athletes get in for free. They come in with the coaches in their uniforms. Anybody else that is coming, kids, grandparents, parents, friends, they will have a spectator cost that you guys should expect to pay. Again, that ranges anywhere from $10 to $20 a day, depending on the type of event that we have. All cheerleading events run on time or early, so make sure that you're in the arena for your child's performance before they're supposed to perform. Remember, our routines only last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So if you are even a minute late, you've already missed about half of their performance. So just make sure you're keeping your eye on the time every time you're at competition weekend. Now, the week of each event, you are going to get a competition packet from me. It is a very detailed packet that will be sent home from each event. If I get it in time, I'll send out paper copies. If not, it'll come straight to your email, okay? They have every single thing you need to know about the event. It's got a lot of stuff from that competition scoop link in it, so if you've read that already, you're going to be prepared. But if not, I've kind of put everything all in one document for you. So where it is, where you've got to park, how much it costs to get in, what kind of bids they're giving out, what time you have to be there, what time you can leave. So make sure you read every single detail of this packet. It's not going to be too big. It's only going to be like 3 or 4 pages, but I promise all the information is important, or I would not waste my time giving it to you. Don't be alarmed that the event companies don't usually send out the final schedule until like the Wednesday or Thursday before the event. So if you haven't gotten anything, I promise I'm not withholding information from you. I'm just waiting to get a final schedule from the event company. Like stated earlier, those final packets will come to your email as soon as it's sent to me. Until then, remember to check that competition scoop link on each event company's website for need-to-know information. And just to clarify on that a little bit more, for example, our first competition at Lake Point Arena is a cheer sport event. So the competition company's website is actually cheersport.net. But if you didn't know that, you could just type in cheersport on Google and their website should come up. Once you're on the main page, just scroll down and all the events that each company listed are at the bottom of the page. Once you locate that December 5th event, you'll click it and all the information as well as the links are going to show up under that. All right, now for our competition makeup. Everybody's going to receive a makeup kit as well as their cheer bow after they submit the questionnaire that goes along with this video. Your makeup kit is going to include some purple eye shimmer, an application brush, black liquid eyeliner, and Brazen lip stain. You must purchase on your own any kind of black mascara. Face powder is optional, and blush is optional as well. You have received a YouTube video in the email that this video link was sent in that gives you step-by-step instructions on the makeup if you're worried about completing it. It is pretty simple in general. I don't wear a ton of makeup, especially not eyeliner, and I'm able to complete it. So I have faith that you can too. If you're worried about the winged eyeliner, you can always purchase a simple stencil on Amazon. I did include a link here on this page. It's really just black winged eyeliner, purple shimmer in the corners, mascara, and then 2 coats of that Brazen lip stain. If you have any questions on the makeup, you can always reach out to me. All right, just as important is our competition hair. This page is going to cover the hair for Moonlight and Supernova. Luminous is going to wear their hair a little bit different this year. So Luminous, you guys can kind of blank out or skip forward to the next slide. Athletes on Moonlight and Supernova should have their hair in a single high ponytail with no flyaways or bangs. I've included several picture examples for you to see all the different hairstyles that are acceptable, but it's basically just that big high ponytail on the top with no extra hairs. It is not mandatory that you use heat products on your hair, so it does not have to be pressed or straightened or curled, but it is mandatory that your hair looks neat. Okay, so it should not look like you have been in bed for 3 days and have not brushed it and showed up at competition. It should look like you put some effort into your hair. Braids are always acceptable, whether that's braided into the ponytail or the whole hair is braided, but those are always okay as well. Use the hand rule to determine the height of your child's ponytail. So take your child's hand, put it right on the edge of their hairline, and where their hand ends at the top of their head, that's where their ponytail should sit. If you happen to lose your competition bow, a replacement bow is $25. The competition bow should only be worn for competitions, not at practice, not for dress-up days. Keep it safe until after the season is over, and then you're free to wear it whenever you would like. Please be mindful of hairstyles that add extra weight to the head. We are absolutely okay with any added stuff, but we've had several athletes in the past that have had added hair that has seemed to weigh them down, and we've actually received deductions for falls in tumbling and stunts where the athletes stated that the hair was an issue. So if you have any questions about hairstyles, just definitely check in with me or your hairstylist. She's going to know what's going to add extra weight to the hair or not. She is the professional. We also ask that you do not put beads in your hair. Not only can this be distracting, but it can actually injure an athlete. So we want to make sure that we do not put beads or clips in our hair. Athletes with hair that does not touch their collarbone may wear their hair in a half up, half down hairstyle. If that is your athlete, you're going to want to see the next slide. As always, if you're getting ready and have any questions about competition, please just send me a picture on your mind or shoot me an email. I can always reply to that quickly and say that looks great, or I think that might not work. So just send me a picture and we'll always work it out together. Now to talk about the competition hair for Luminous or for any athletes that have short hair that does not touch their collarbone. All these athletes are going to wear their hair half up, half down with the upper part in the high ponytail. As you can see through these pictures, most of them did a great job of cutting that half up right at the ear line. That's our goal, is for that whole half top of the hair to be up in the ponytail. Same as the other teammates, it is not necessary to use heat products on your hair, but your hair must look neat. Braids are acceptable. For that high ponytail rule, use the hand rule still. Put your athlete's hand at the hairline of their hair. Where their hair ends is where that ponytail should sit. The competition bow should only be worn at competitions. Replacements are $25 if you lose it. Please be mindful of any hairstyles that would add extra weight to your head. We've had several athletes in the past have the team get deductions or injuries have happened because they feel like their hair was weighing them down. So definitely check with me or your hairstylist, who is the professional that's going to know if a hairstyle is going to really weigh their head down or not. We also ask the athletes do not put any beads, clips, or other accessories in their hair. Not only can this be a distraction, but it can actually injure athletes on the floor. No jewelry should ever be worn with your cheer stars uniform. This includes stud earrings and belly button rings from our older athletes. Face piercings are included in this as well. It is my highest recommendation not to get any new piercings during competition season that can't be taken out for a few hours. If they do tend to grow up, if they're new, and you may have to pay to get them re-pierced if they grow up during warm-ups and competition time. This is a rule directly from the USASF. If a teen is seen in jewelry, even in the hallways or before warm-ups, they can receive a 1-point deduction for their team. So please, as soon as that uniform goes on, all jewelry goes off. Nails are a just as important dress code standard. Nails must be short, short, short. Absolutely no tips can go on your nails. If you turn your child's hand over and you're looking at the palm, we should not be able to see any nails coming over the fingertips, okay? Nails can be painted, but must be a neutral color like tan, nude, light pink, or white. If nails do not meet standards, we will bring your child to you with some nail clippers at competition and ask you to clip them. Okay, and I know that nails are expensive. So please just follow the rules. We do not want anybody to get hurt. It's not just about scratching other teammates, but it's more honestly about the athlete who has the nails themselves. I did include a picture here, which is honestly a minimal injury as far as the ones I've seen related to nails. It only takes one small bump and your whole entire nail bed is coming off. So please, no nails. You are an athlete. Other dress code standards for competition. Warm-up jackets are a requirement for all athletes. All cheer stars should arrive to competition in some type of warm-up and uniform combo. Athletes can only wear their cheer stars warm-ups or uniform when they're at competition. So they shouldn't show up in PJs and then change. They should show up ready to go in one of the combinations that's listed below. They may also wear an event t-shirt, but only if it's the event we're competing with that weekend. For example, if you go to Cheer Sport on December 5th and you buy a t-shirt, you can wear it after you get off stage, but you cannot wear a shirt from last year from a competition. Okay, it's got to be that exact competition or just stay in uniform. If you didn't get Cheer Star warm-up pants, you can purchase plain black warm-up pants, okay? No warm-up pants can be worn over the top of your skirt. So it's either skirt or pants. No PJs, no jeans, no baggy sweatpants with your uniform top. It is plain black pants or the Cheer Stars warm-up pants only. Here are your options for dress code. You can wear your full uniform, skirt, Leo, shoes, bow, and jacket. Or you can wear your uniform top and your pants. No skirt. Your skirt is in your bag, not over the top of your pants. You can wear your uniform leotard with warm-up pants and warm-up jacket. Again, your skirt is in your bag. Another option is to wear your uniform top and pants or skirt with the event t-shirt over the top. Or you can just wear your full uniform with no warm-ups at all. Please make sure you are only wearing your black cheer shoes with your uniform and warm-ups. No slides, no slippers, no UGG fuzzies, no regular tennis shoes, only your cheer shoes. Please wear black or nude panties under your uniform. If you are tumbling and we see a little slip, we do not want hot pink underwear to distract us. And we also ask that you wear black socks. Even though our shoes are high top, if a shoe comes off during a performance and it's a hot pink sock, it's going to be distracting to the judges. So if it's a black sock, they may not even notice that the shoe comes off. We're going to go over a few other competition policies. Please make sure your child gets a good night's rest and has healthy meals prior to their team's performance. This really goes for about a week before a competition. They should be eating lots of carbs and proteins, taking in more water than usual, and limiting their sugar intake. Because cheerleading is not an individual sport, if your child goes to bed sick and or wakes up sick, we may expect them to compete sick. As soon as you know your child is experiencing any kind of symptoms, give me a direct phone call immediately. Do not text me. If you miss a competition, it is reason for immediate dismissal. Your athlete must be at all practices the week leading up to each competition in order to be eligible to compete. There are no exceptions made for this rule. This is a safety issue. We watch all CheerStars teams from priority seating or standing. This is a designated area that's up close to the front of the stage. Sometimes at competitions, if it's a type A event type, we may even get to watch our other CheerStars teams or others in our division. If that is a requirement, it'll be noted in your packet. When it is time for your kids to compete, I really do request that you get your phone away and get really excited for the kids. They really do feed off the energy from the crowd. So if you're so glued into your phone trying to get the perfect video and you're not screaming for them, they're going to wonder what's going on, and it may break their focus on stage. So get really loud and excited for them. After competing, your child is always your responsibility. You will pick them up right after their performance. Your pickup location will be sent out via Remind, usually right before they go on stage. So make sure everybody that is going to be at competition is added to the Remind message. Be positive always, especially to your child and even on social media before and after an event, regardless of the outcome. Competition days are very tense for parents, coaches, and athletes alike. Watch what you say at all times. You never know who's listening, and you are always representing the CheerStars program. If another child makes a negative comment and hurts your child's feelings and you feel the need to address it, please attempt to address their parents directly. You really, like a general rule of thumb, is not to talk to anybody else's kid unless it's in the form of compliment. Hey, Susie, you did a great job out there today. Hey, Susie, your back handsprings are looking amazing. Hey, Susie, I saw you save that stunt. Great job. Those are things that you can say to a child. If you have a problem with something a child did, talk to their parent. It is not your job to parent anybody else's kid, but it is okay if you have an issue with what they're doing. You just need to address it with their parent, not a child. If another parent is talking about children, your child or any other child, and they are in our program, I do need you to notify me of that immediately. We don't talk about kids, so that can be reason for dismissal from our program. So if you hear somebody else doing it, please let me know. Keep in mind that bad days are bound to happen, and one day it will be your child's bad day. Whether they just wake up and everything is off and they bust all their tumbling, or they literally trip walking across the stage and get a team a deduction, one day it may be your child. So remember that one performance or a final team placement is no reflection on you as a parent, and it does not reflect your child as a whole. It's only one day, okay? Never approach a competition official or judge unless it's in the form of complimenting the competition. This includes incorrect sizes for t-shirts or gear. Please contact your coaches directly, and they will trade all that stuff out for you. Before or after an event, do not contact competition companies for any reason. This applies by both phone and email. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I will help you get in touch with the right people if I can't figure something out for you. This is actually a rule from competition companies. They will not speak to any parents regarding any situations. Routine videos of your athlete's performance can be posted online as long as it is a hit. That means no stunts fall and no tumbling busts. Please note that you cannot go live on Instagram or Facebook. This is a rule from the USASF, and it can actually get our team disqualified. Be on time, be on time, be on time. It stresses out your athlete, and it affects their performance more than you could possibly imagine. They need this alone time to be with their team and get focused on the battle ahead. This is the most important note of the entire meeting. So please do not get your athlete there at warm-up time. Plan ahead and be there before the arrival time that is noted on your packet. Varsity is offering 4 different event types this season. That's options A, B, C, and D. So we're going to briefly go over all of the different types. I'm going to start actually at the bottom. Option D, virtual competitions. This is where we would do our routine here at the gym, send it in on a video, and we would get judged on a computer screen by judges, and we would get those results about a week later. CheerStars has never attended one of these events. We don't have any on our schedule, and we will not most likely attend one of these events unless it is our only option. Option C is in-person competition with no spectator and virtual awards. This is where only the coaches and the athletes go inside the building to do warm-ups. They compete on a stage with no audience, just the judges, and the parents can live stream the event. Cheerstars has also never competed at one of these events. We most likely would change to a different event if this was the case, because we really we love our crowd, we love our fans, we think our kids feed off of it. So we would not attend one of these events unless there was no other option. At these events, all of the award ceremonies are virtual as well. Now, option B, this is in-person competition with limited spectators. If you cheered last season, this is how they had it last season. So you can only go in to see your team's performance. You cannot go watch other teams in your gym, and you cannot watch other teams in your division. Only your team. They may have live award ceremonies with just a few athletes or just the coaches, or they may have virtual awards. It depends on each individual event. Now, option A is in-person competition with spectators. This is how the old competitions used to be if you've cheered for several years. Spectators can come in and watch as many teams as they would like. There will just be physical distancing measures in place. They are trying to bring back live award ceremonies for these events, but again, it depends on the individual location, so virtual awards is an option for these as well. Each specific event company will decide what kind of event they're able to have 21 days out from each competition. Now, it could vary even if we're competing with the same event company. It could depend on the event location and what their guidelines are. So 21 days or 3 weeks out, we will know what we're looking at, and that way you can know if you're able to invite auntie and uncle and grandma and grandpa and everybody else, or if it's just the parents that are able to come. So just keep an eye out. As soon as those announcements are made for each competition, I will be letting you know on Remind and on email. If you have any questions about any of these event types or awards in general, make sure you send me an email so I can get that question answered for you. So that is pretty much everything that we need to cover about competitions. Again, if you have any questions, reach out to me. But we need to talk about next weekend, which is our dress rehearsal performance. All of our athletes arrive in full competition uniform with hair and makeup set to competition standards. This is a dress rehearsal for them, but it's also kind of a dress rehearsal for you guys. This is your chance to practice the makeup and the hair and make sure everything is set. If there's any issues with anything or we see any fit issues with their uniforms, we will be communicating with the parents on that day. Athletes need to arrive to the gym 100% ready to go no later than 3:30 p.m. We will have a warm-up practice, and then parents will be able to start coming inside the gym at 5:15. This is really not just for parents. This is for anybody that you want to invite. It's a free performance. It's just a really pep rally to get our kids really excited and let them know that they can perform in front of people, not just their coaches. So anybody that you guys want to invite would be acceptable. Performances will start right at 5:30. We will go in order: Moonlight, then Supernova, and then Luminous. Okay, so make sure that everybody is here on time. You do not want to miss it. Remember, they're only 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. All of our teams should be dismissed by 5:45. We are going to ask if you come that you stay for all 3 teams. We don't have time to clear the gym in between performances. So we're going to ask that you just stay for that 15 minutes, see all 3 teams, really support our gym, and then we will dismiss everyone. Most of our teams will be going full out, which means they're doing everything in their routine. However, some teams may omit a few skills and sections. So compared to what you see at the December 5th competition, these routines may still be a little bit different. To the pep rally, you can bring noisemakers, posters, pom-poms, anything to get your athletes pumped up and let them know that we support them. This can be individual posters or this can be team posters, and you can get your athletes involved in this well. They can make posters and you can hold them up for them while they're performing. So we're really excited to get our kids pumped up and see them in their beautiful new uniforms. A quick note though, we do have prep practices that day that start at 5:45 p.m. So we do need to be respectful of those two teams and be willing to clear the gym quickly as soon as our performances are done. Final reminders before I let you guys go. You should be receiving group texts from me. You should have gotten one about this video meeting. If you did not receive, you are most likely not on the group text. It is very important to be added as I send most information via Remind. So especially on competition weekends, it's the only way I communicate. So make sure everybody that's responsible for your athlete is on the Remind message. Our first competition is December 5th at the Lake Point Arena. That means that all athletes must be back for practices on Sunday, November 28th. We will not make any exceptions for this because we are 1 week out of competition and they have had a break right before that. We are on special schedule this week after Thanksgiving break. Our team practices are replacing our tumbling classes on November 29th and 30th. Make sure you're checking your Google Calendar for those changes. Remember that absences are excused November 21st through 27th, so please plan your Thanksgiving vacations around then and plan to be back on Sunday, November 28th. Our CheerStars holiday party is December 19th. Drop your athlete off at 2 p.m. and pick up at 6 p.m. More details will be announced as we get closer to this event, but it's just a really fun day. We have lots of activities for the girls, and we give them their Christmas presents from their coaches. We are now collecting new toys for the Hudson's Toy Drive. So please help us help this amazing local cause by donating some new toys to our front office. Any CheerStars that donate any toys will receive an item from the Pro Shop. Just as a reminder, you cannot make anything for competitions with the CheerStars logo. It is a registered trademark. Please contact me with any questions about this. I am going to be sending out a survey asking the parents what kind of items they would like to see for the Parent Pro Shop. So if you want some Pro Shop items, make sure you are responding to that email. We are on regular practice schedule until Sunday, December 19th. You should have already let me know of any absences for this entire season. So if you haven't done that, please let me know ASAP. All of our practices start back on Monday, January 3rd. Please make practices a priority. We have had a ton of absences this year that is starting to affect our team's performances. Please remember that you can be dismissed from the team for even one unexcused absence or even for excessive tardies. If you hear any gossip, please ask Kelsey directly for clarification. We do not like to do drama here. Please make sure you are using Remind to contact me if you need something, or plug my cell phone number in your phone. If you have an emergency, please call me. Google Calendars has 500 million exclamation marks on it because it is super important that you are added to this. You will not have any questions about your schedule if you're on Google Calendars because it's already set up for the whole season. Please get added to Google Calendars if you have not been added already. This meeting covered all of our regular season events. Our end of season events, though, which is U.S. Finals and D2 Summit, are also mandatory competitions. However, we do have to be invited to attend them during our regular season events. Another video email will be sent out in the next few weeks that talks about just those two events, so make sure you're keeping an eye out on those as well. I did not want to overwhelm you guys. Last but not least, we'll go over all of the divisions for our teams. Moonlight is small mini level 1 D2. Supernova is small junior level 1 D2. Luminous is small junior level 2 D2. Make sure that you guys fill out the short questionnaire that is attached in the email that had this video in it so that your athlete can receive their bow and their makeup. If you have any questions about anything competition or anything in this video, please make sure you email Kelsey at douglasvillecheerstars.com or give me a call at the gym directly, 770-489-2582, and ask for Kelsey. We can't wait to see our stars shine bright this season.